What's up, Overlanders and Overglampers? So, as you just saw, we released the unboxing and initial review of the Anker Everfrost Power Cooler. My lovely wife, Sarah, had a chance to take it to a beach day with our son and her friend. And we want to give our first impressions, or her initial impressions, of what she thought about the cooler. My wife is a little bit, what's the word?
What is
Critical about things. So take that in mind. It's something I've learned over a few decades. So what did you think about the cooler?
I think it's awesome as far as cooling things, keeping them cool, storing things. I think it looks cool. I didn't use the table as a table, but my friend actually brought a cutting board to slice slimes on, but had she not brought the cutting board, we could have used this handy table, which would have been nice. And it did come in handy for pulling, because just pulling from this handle is not practical as a tall human. Maybe for someone shorter it's okay, but as a tall person it is not. You have to bend over too far. So I'm just hoping that this doesn't pop off at some point, because that's going to suck. For those kind of things, it was great. And it was easy to use. I love that the lid locks in place. Our other coolers that we have, it doesn't lock, and that's super annoying because this helps keep all of the cold air in. I love that I didn't have to buy a bunch of ice and was able to keep things cool without any of that, so I could use all the space for food and drinks. I think that's all the good stuff. I didn't use the power outlet thing. It wasn't necessary for 6 hours at the beach. But I imagine if you're desperate and your phone's dying, that's pretty handy. Other than that, I think that's all the good stuff. Negative, I would say it is a beast. It weighs a ton. I am strong and I struggle. I actually had my 6-year-old follow. We have to go down a hill to go to the beach, and I had my 6-year-old follow behind and pull on the back handle to help stabilize it so I didn't careen down the hill and get crushed, which was a real fear. Lugging it through the sand was almost impossible. It just sinks down, and so like the tires appear like they're semi-rugged, but they're not, in my opinion. And yeah, that part was really, really hard. And it's just really heavy. Getting it loaded on my own, again, I feel like I'm strong, but it was not ideal lifting in and out of my car, and I was grateful to have my friend with me to help me pick it up and heave it over a log at the end of the walkway to the beach.
Did you take the battery pack out when you did that or not?
I didn't know that was a thing that was possible. I might have
Probably
chosen to
should
do
have told her that.
Yeah, that would have been good information.
I don't think it would have added. I mean, the battery pack only weighs, I don't know, like 5 pounds. It's not that much.
Yeah, well, when the whole thing weighs 1,000.
You just should have drank more of your beer and it would have been lighter.
Maybe. Yeah, that's, I think, like, I like it a lot, but I probably would not choose to bring it to the beach on a regular basis if I was only meeting one other friend. If I was meeting more people, or the 2 friends I normally meet, then maybe it would be more practical to have it along. I just don't think that the benefits quite outweighed the difficulties in this case. I do think it will be great for camping.
Yeah,
scenario.
where you're not lugging it around a bunch.
Yeah, where you just take it out of the vehicle and set it there, and it's there and existing. I think it's going to be fantastic for that. But it was not great for this use.
Yeah, so overlanding plus lugging around a bunch on rough terrain, not so much. So pull it out of the back of your pickup and you're done. I definitely can hear her on the tires. I mean, considering how much this thing weighs, the tires are, maybe if they were a little bit bigger and had, a little softer compound on them, to have some cushion to the weight, that would be an improvement. Did you turn this on when you brought it out here?
No.
Oh, it's been on the whole time. Oh, we turned it off yesterday. So interesting fact.
I thought we turned it off too.
It's been off on since yesterday.
Unless I just turned it on when I was wiping the
I don't think so, because the battery was more yesterday. No. So it has been on for about 24 hours, unintentionally. And the battery's at 30%, 29% right now. And it's been holding at 30 degrees. Because yesterday when you brought it home, you had it on 6 hours. It was way more than 30%.
Well, yeah, and it wouldn't have cooled all the way down to 30 degrees in the 5 minutes
Yeah.
that I turned it on.
So, good battery. Unintentional test. 24 hours, 30% left. So their 42-hour mark that they advertise is probably correct. So yeah, good for camping. Maybe not so much for pulling around. And on the table, I definitely can see it's going to break at some point. Unless they really did something special in there, it like flexes like this. So hopefully.
And with how much weight
Yeah,
you're lugging.
yeah. Hopefully they give an improvement there soon. So
Even not on rough terrain, I don't recommend lugging it long distances.
yeah,
'Cause
unless it was like a flat.
even then, it's still
Asphalt
heavy.
road.
It's still heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it for a while, but I wouldn't take it like on a 5-mile hike.
All right. That's all we got. First impressions on the Anker Everfrost. Thank you, dear.
Anytime.